Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the podcast. I'm your host, Jabadiomi, and this is the Pure Focus series. Today, we're going to be talking or highlighting the topic 1% better every day. I believe the last episode we did was Block Out Noise. That would be episode 3 of the Pure Focus series, where I just talked about how to focus purely on what you're doing. That's literally the whole series. That's what the series is about, pure focus from the name. But this one, I was specifically talking about how to block the outside noise, like the people saying this, people saying that, people commenting on your work, or just giving you negative energy. So that was the episode to just give you an idea of how to block out the noise and just focus purely on your creations or what you're trying to achieve, your goals. So now we're going to be talking about 1% better every day. The idea of improving slowly, or slow growth, as we can put. So now we have the concept of fast success, in the sense that in our generation, or we can even say that from time beyond our generation self, there has been the concept of fast success. Fast success in the sense of living fast. We can put it about living fast. All right. So the concept of living fast, in the sense of living life on the basis of fun, and that might actually have some bad repercussions, in the sense of living life without proper structure or proper planning, right? But we're not talking about living fast. We're talking about fast success in terms of 1% better every day, right? So fast success will probably be like you're supposed to, let's say, 3 to 5 years. That's like your early stage for your career. 5 to 7 years intermediate. 10 years above. You can say that's like the sweet spot for like career growth and everything, right? Or just like where you get to the expert level. So living fast, or the concept of fast success, is more of like you are kind of jumping corners in terms of maybe making money, or the corporate ladder, or like career structure or whatever. So fast success is that instead of going through the normal process, the normal slow process, normal building up skills, building up experience, you just cut through the corners and you just go straight up, right? So as the problem it is, like, I don't I don't know if fast success is sustainable in the long run, right? But my own idea of success is slow and steady, right? You come here, you could get there, you get experience from here, you get experience from there, you quickly grow your thing slowly, 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 right? So the problem about this whole thing is that it has been amplified due to social media and the pressure it goes on it. So now let's say now I am a software engineer. I'm scrolling through Twitter, maybe Instagram, and I'm seeing like setups, like crazy ass setups from all these developers, like 10 years, 15 years. Now I'm not saying that's fast success, but in my own idea, I mean, like, I just started programming like a year or two ago, and I just want to have that latest MacBook. I just want to have that latest MacBook, and it's going to lead me into doing things that are not worthwhile, or things that will diminish my returns later along in life. And that's what I mean by fast success. In the terms that you are supposed to grow this thing, you're supposed to like take it step by step, but you literally jump the whole flight of staircase, and you just keep jumping in and you keep jumping in. So you take things step by step. All right. So now we now reach the concept of slow growth. I think I talked about it a bit earlier, but the concept of slow growth is taking things little by little. You're here, you learn from the experience, you take your inferences from it, you apply it into the next venture, the next goal, the next idea, the next creation. And then from there, you just keep improving yourself, and you keep improving yourself slowly. And you're very engrossed in the process and not the not the product or not the outcomes in itself, that is actually very pleasurable. It's more like a sweet pain. You win, you lose, you win, you lose. But all in all, it's more of like a fulfillment. You're getting fulfilled from what you're trying to achieve, or you're just getting fulfilled from the process itself. And personally, for me, I believe that is slow growth. Just taking life as it is, and then getting new experiences, learning from them, and just keeping it pushing slowly but steady, right? So I highlighted why it is important to enjoy the process. I am working on a new podcast episode. I was writing a script earlier today about the question is happiness really the goal? And I don't want to say too much about it, but I highlighted about fulfillment. And I feel that enjoying the process gives you fulfillment. And personally for me, I think that fulfillment is the thing everyone is looking for. Like we're all not looking for happiness. We're not looking to be happy because you're not happy with pain. So just imagine now I'm feeling pain on my leg. I am not going to be happy when I'm feeling pain. But when you're fulfilled, you can be feeling pain but still be fulfilled. You can feel pain but still enjoy the process, you know. So enjoying the process is kind of all we have, honestly. Right? Let's say you're creating a product 5, 10 years, or you're doing research 5, 10 years, and it doesn't work out. Now, if you were basing on your happiness on how that product or that research was going to end up, then you're going to be a very sad person. But if you were just in the process, enjoying how you were researching, enjoying working with people, enjoying going to places, enjoying making influences and just learning new things. At the end of the day, the whole process is going to be worthwhile. It's going to be the process itself. And then when the product comes out or when that research comes out after 10 years and it doesn't boom or even boom self, like it doesn't really intrigue you that much because you've already found beauty in the process itself. So I believe that we can all find beauty in the process itself. And the process is literally all there is. Like there is no end game to it. It's just more of like life itself. Right now, as I'm living now, I have a beginning date and I have an end date. I don't know when that end date is going to come. Very uncertain for me. But that dash between the two dates is the process. And it's that process that I'm going to ride on. And it's this dash, or as I'm speaking right now, the present that I'm going to enjoy. And whether I'm going to die a horrible death or I'm going to die the most beautiful death ever, I never really know. But as long as I'm enjoying the dash, enjoying the process in itself, then the death doesn't really matter. Right. So I think that analogy like clears it up. So I have a point here. You don't have to be the best, you just have to be consistent. Yeah. 1% better every day. You don't have to be the best in doing this task today. You don't have to be the best in doing the task tomorrow. As long as you're pushing it consistently, you're just showing up every day, getting the work done, and improving yourself or just learning new things every day, you eventually be fine. So let's say now this podcast. I am definitely not the best podcast. I don't have the best audio quality, don't have the best things to say, and that's fine. Right. But as long as with each episode I keep improving, I improve the art, I improve the sound, I improve the way I deliver my points, I improve the overall quality of the podcast. And that's what's important for me. I'm just improving 1%, 1%, 1%, 1%. And then the day where my podcast is so good that people like it so much, and they will be like, this guy was an overnight success. Like, where did this guy come from? I never heard of him before. But you won't go back to 2022 when I started the podcast and it was sounding so bad. And then every episode sounded less bad and less bad and less bad and less bad and less bad. So just enjoying the process in itself and looking back at it sometimes you just smile honestly, and how far you've come from where you started and how far you still have to go again. But yeah, I mean, the process is all we have actually. So the idea of being 1% every day, improving gradually, and just taking it simple, taking it slowly but surely. I think that's where the real joy is in itself. So, keep the end goal in mind, but focus on your everyday steps, right? I know that the end goal in itself, the end goal of the podcast before was like to blow up and everything. But just like with purpose, with passion, with everything, the more time goes, the more you experience, then the more you're actually pursuing that purpose, that passion itself, the more things become clearer. Before I used to be this fame guy, I used to be like, fame is what will make me fulfilled. But now that I realize that um fame isn't really it. The idea of fame for me was like, if I'm more popular, people would actually listen to my things more. I'll get more listeners, or I'll just get more views and everything. And I felt that was where the impact was. But people can listen to your song and not really understand. People can listen to your podcast and skip halfway and not really get anything from it. But the people that are going to listen to it and it's going to change their lives, those are the people you're looking for, right? And I kind of understood that the whole large following or the large views or just being famous in itself wouldn't get to those kind of people. It's just real authentic small followings. It might even be like a large following, but a large following with actually authentic people. And I think that's what I'm striving for. So I keep the end goal in mind. The end goal in mind now is just to create more stuff and then just improve on my sound, improve on the quality, and the end goal itself right now for the podcast, because this podcast is not really like my main thing, it's really a hobby. But the end goal is I want to see how far I can go with this for the rest of my life. Probably I might be like, okay, podcast isn't really my thing anymore. I might eventually drop it after like 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, even maybe next year, who knows. But I really want to ride this out for as long as I can and see how far I want to go. But I'm only just going to focus on the end goal itself. I'm going to focus on the process and how I'm improving my sound and how I'm talking to you people every day. Right. So I guess that's just it, man. 1% better every day. And at the end of the day, you look back and you see how the amount of steps you've taken, 1%, 1%, 1%. And trust me, it adds up. So yeah, thank you for listening to the episode of the podcast. And I'll catch you on that one. Peace.